I think... Did we win? Oh, yes! We did it! Alright, we're back. And everything seems to be better now. Everything was also freaking out pretty awesomely. Like, there were menus on the desktop that would not pop up, and everything was feeling really sad. But thanks everybody who waited patiently for the computer to restart so the tablet would behave itself, and perhaps anything else that was bothering this poor machine to somehow magically resolve itself. I don't know. The point is, I can do this now, and it's great. I love that. Drawing with a mouse is a terrible time. Alright, so sorry about that. That definitely was an unplanned hiccup. So, let's go ahead and check on our brush settings, see how everything's looking. And looks pretty straightforward. Almost. Spacing seems a little close. Alrighty, we're gonna doodle. First you need to open. Alright. Okay. So, I had a bunch of stuff already laid out, and now after all of that has just completely scrambled my brains, I need to silence my phone. Who knows? And, so, welcome back to Devstream number 214, the Potter's Workshop, which might be cursed. I don't know. Let's find out. So what I wanted to do today, since we've, for the past couple of streams, been working on updating Raya's Children with fancy Tier 2 housing and new decorations to help get it caught up with the Ascendancy, which already has fancy Tier 2 housing and a couple of, well, I want to say a couple of many more decorations ahead of our desert biome. I thought we'd take a step back because I was looking over some of our tasks yesterday, and it looks like we are due some crafters workshops. So what better place to start than the pottery workshop? We're gonna make a studio for our potter class. We're gonna start with a 2D design, and we're gonna go from there and maybe play around in the building editor today. We'll see how much time we have. I'm gonna try not to let this stream run for 2 hours. I know we've been doing that. I guess we just get into it and lose track of time. But it's always a lot of fun. We'll see. And thanks again for everybody who has been patiently waiting for all this to work out. Oh, I'm sorry, Big Crab. Thanks for tuning in. And welcome to everybody who's popped in the meanwhile. That was super distracting and crazy. Alright, so I have done a Google, we're gonna bring it over here, of an outdoor pottery studio to kind of start getting some inspiration for what we might be looking for. This looks like a beach. That's exciting. Oh, it says be free. Oh, that's exactly what we need. Inspirational messages. Alright, this feels really cool. I love how jumbly and alright, that's gotta stop. Who's doing that? Absolutely not. Okay. This is super cool. I love this. It's got, like, everything kind of all crazy all over the place. I think the shelves are really fun. We've got, like, pedestals for putting things on. We might have to make some stuff. Tobles the Manly says, would it be an idea to make a video where you guys explain console commands for people? It seems like some of the commands might really help players with issues at the moment. Maybe so. Sorry about the pinging. Oh my gosh. That will stop. Mom stopped texting me. You laugh. But anyway, Tobles, I think that might be a pretty cool idea. I mean, if you just type help into the console command, you get pretty much everything. But it would be kind of cool to have something like maybe breaking down the most helpful commands, because I know I get lost in there sometimes. So, I'm gonna borrow this, because it's beautiful. Not copy link, copy image. And we're gonna create a little inspo page. This is gonna be tiny. Why did I do that? We need something much bigger. US paper size? Sure, why not? Yes. Cool. Alright, we're gonna spend just a couple minutes gathering some neat stuff, gathering some inspiration. All this stuff is awfully green. Oh, this is cute. It's got like the bench outside of a big open window. Got like something over here that looks like it could do the firing. Ah, it's called Funky Furnace. We have a lovely sign over here. A rad grandma, maybe. So this is kind of neat. I like what's happening in this section over here. Okay, copy image. Oh no, rock raid. That's always hysterical. I had, when I was in college, I had a professor with a special disdain for calls in the middle of class. He would, like, put people's phones outside in creative ways. That's pretty. This is cool. This is very cool. I am thinking we are probably gonna need shelves, but I don't know how we're gonna do that. Or shelf, maybe. Table? Table's probably more doable. But I love the outdoorsiness of this. This is just so cool. It's also really tiny. Wow, thank you. Oh, pixelation. We will deal with this. It is fine. Oh, good morning, Moobot. Moobot is very excited today to tell us that Stonehearth is available on Steam Early Access. Good old dependable Moobot. Alright, what else we got? Oh, that's pretty. It's not exactly... Oh my good golly, what is this? This is a kiwi bowl. Where has this been all my life? This is going on the page because... Oh, we should make a Poyo bowl. That'd be good. Extracurricular homework. Oh, it's so good. It's got like the weird sticky outy eyes. Oh, we're gonna scroll past that sun. This is... Oh, we're not gonna... Oh, man. Stare into its wild eye. This is like what happens if the moon from Majora's Mask and the sun from Mario 3 Desert World, like, become one terrifying thing. Oh. Alright. Maybe that's enough to go on for now. I'm a little worried about stumbling across other treasures. This is fun. It's a little root guy. Oh, a good cat. Alright, I'm definitely distracted now. We're gonna go with what we got. I'm not seeing anything else. Yes. Aw, slanty roof. I wish angles looked better in Stonehearth. We tend to kind of get what we get. This is so cool. It's just so cool. This is pretty. Cool. Alright. Oh, I should probably hold shift when I do that, that way we don't distort it all to heck. Oh, another good cat. Apparently, good cats go with good outdoor pottery studios. A delightful arrangement of poofy plants. This looks like a card catalog. Anyway. There we go. Let's go with that. I think we can go with that. Make sure this is... Right, it looks like, I don't know. Stream still seems like it's a little bit... Maybe move that over. You know, so what was happening before with the tablet is it was, I just bumped it over, I just noticed. So before, for whatever reason, whenever I would click somewhere with my tablet, it would click that same space on both monitors. So when the screen messed up, it was because I was clicking around in Photoshop trying to see if it would work, and it, at the same time, clicked an area over in Twitch, not Twitch, what is this program called? XSplit, and like bumped the camera over when I wasn't looking. Alrighty, so we've got these breezy outdoorsy type situations. Gonna go ahead and pop that out. Actually, we might as well go ahead and try to incorporate them all into one file, that way I don't have a bunch of stuff to deal with. Let's just expand this up. Oh, wow, they are drastically different sizes. That's exciting. Doot, doot, doot. Sure, that'll work. It's gonna bother me, so we're gonna switch on over to there and grab that. Okay, so the material on the bottom is, as I said before, essentially already the things that we have to work with for the potter, like their current workbenches. We've got the kiln and the pottery square wheel and their talisman. I wanted to get a picture of the potter's outfit as well, but I got it from a weird backlit angle, so we'll have to pretend that that's the brighter red. And also some of the Tier 1 housing, which is adorable. I love the Tier 1 Rise Children aesthetic. Oh, I don't have my favorite pencil in here. That's terrible. I need to fix that. This is also in the way. I can't read any. Okay. So let me get caught up with comments really quick. Aprox Pro is asking if it's weird to have a desktop wallpaper of Stonehearth, mobile wallpaper of Stonehearth, and the Archer as a background for my WhatsApp. I don't think that's weird at all. I think that's great. Nikaville is asking about a fireplace with a chimney. I think it would be able to upgrade the campfire and also placeable versions of the fur we get. Fur? Do you mean like as rugs? But it's funny you talk about upgrading the hearth. That's something that we've also talked about as ways of making it like grander and cooler as your city also becomes grander and more cool. So that, you know, even once you reach the point where your settlement is castles and all this great stuff, you still don't have like this weird crumbly hearth in the middle of it. Or maybe you do. Maybe it just like becomes nested in something a little cooler. Anyway, maybe that's something we can do for another stream later on down the line. I am having a wonderful time saying words today. Brick floor, yes. Brick floor would be super good. Very good. Actually, Spofio, I think we're gonna write that down. Because we gotta start collecting. Kiwi pot. Agreed. We need to have that bird thing as a craftable in-game. Crazy Candy says, I think we need a Poyo pot. Alright. Zebra is streaming some of the city build after this very dev stream. Is there a chance you'll stop by on one of your coffee breaks? I could also have it on in the background, so you should totally ping me with your stream, and I'll have it on. That would be awesome. So yeah, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, okay, Nikaville. Furs and fur rugs. I think in general we need more cool placeable floor items, and fur rugs are probably a pretty cool idea for that. So yeah. Okay, so we need brick floor, we need tables for setting things on, for drying. We need hopefully some kind of area where clay can live. Wow, my handwriting is great today. Materials. It has to have a kiln. Probably somewhere in the... I'm not... really? Fine, be that way. You know what? Probably somewhere like in the back here where it can get lots of air. But anyway, it has to have the kiln and it has to have the wheel. I feel like the music might be a little loud. It will be fine. I do love the music. Okay, and I guess it has to have some place for the potter to hang out as well, so, like how the blacksmith house has a little upstairs at the top with the sign and everything, so that could be a place for them to, like, live and do their thing. The music is so good. I love it. Yes. Alright, so everything in Stonehearth is squares. You know what we should probably do is we should probably actually call up some of the other, Nah, let's just wing it. I was thinking that we could call up some of the other workshops, but I think we'll be good with what we've got. So, we're gonna start with something just kind of doodly and aspirational and work our way backwards towards something that we can actually build in the game. And I'm already thinking that we're gonna need to perform a little bit of slab tool witchcraft on the roof. That way we can have something suitable for our little outdoor part. And then like having an adjoining house, or maybe, I feel like that would be a bit much. But some kind of adjoining house structure. Usage of the airflow for drying items, exactly. So the studio part being outdoors, I think is a super cool idea. We could like have the entire back wall be taken up by the kiln and maybe build in an extra chimney thing on the top of, so what I'm doodling right here is, I guess the awning or the roof for the outdoor section. And this area in the back is where the kiln would live. My shorthand is kind of crazy town, so bear with me. Also, I've gotten more and more used to drawing on the Cintiqs we have here. So it's a little strange to jump back to my trusty dusty Intuos. Alrighty. Excuse me. Maybe this doesn't need to be pillars, maybe this can just be a back wall. Keep it a little less busy, a little more open. Oh, good morning, Wise, and thanks for popping in. And we may not actually, and what Spofio was saying, we may not actually have the concept of airflow, like you wouldn't get a buff to your drying clay if your pottery area was open. I don't think that's something that we're doing. But I think for the sake of just like having it appease your own imagination, having that section be out in the open is very good. Alright, I don't want to cut off the opening there. I really, really wish we could do shelves for this. This would be so cool. Because then you could actually like put like pots and stuff on the shelves, but I'm not even sure how that would work. Like, technically work. We could always, well, no, we can't because they're too big. We'll start with a table. We'll work our way from there. Just hold that in our hearts for now. We should definitely come up with some hanging decorations, though. Things that would resemble like plates and things that we could hang from the ceiling over here. Shelves would just be awesome in general in-game. I agree. Oh, I'm sorry, Crazy Candy. The next time I cough, I'll deaden the microphone. That way, no one has to die. Alright, so brick floor, yes. We'll find a way to make that work. Sometimes the templates save weird if they don't have everything adjoining. So we'll have a foundation. I did this with the blacksmith house. We'll have a foundation that has some crafty holes punched in it, but the pieces will still connect. Yeah, to what Austria Gamer is saying, could we actually get shelves that like displayed what you had stored on them? Not exactly sure how that'd work, but it'd be great for decoration. I think a while ago we were kicking around an idea of a shelf where you could put like things in their iconic form, but yeah, the execution is sort of the hard part, obviously. In theory, though, I think it would really, really enrich like decoration and especially the crafter workshops, because how cool would it be if you actually had like this little table unit and it did serve as a storage area for like iconics of what the potter made or the blacksmith made or whatever. It would make it feel more like a workshop and less like just a shed where their materials lived. Which reminds me, we definitely need to have space for the materials in here. Or space where you could like create a little zone for the storage of materials, though there's no way to say only put clay here, I guess. Anyway, it's good when you have a crafting class to have them nearby the things that they need to use. I actually have not tested to see if you can create. Might have to do that. That could be fun. Alrighty. So we want like a little chimney guy here built into our and this is just a decorative chimney for now, I guess, but built into the space over the kiln, or maybe not. We'll think about it. We're gonna keep this a little loosey-goosey until we actually build it. This part should feel pretty good. These are gonna be a little iffy because those are actually things that we have to make, and if we're gonna create decorations, then they need to serve other purposes. It shouldn't just be a one-off. But it should definitely be something that the potter would make. So what I'm thinking over here, trying to keep you guys into the loop, is either like the living area, and just trying to think of how that would work. Like, would it be raised up so we have like a little elevation with it, which makes it appear a bit more grand? We could also use the slab tool to sculpt this part more like it's made of cloth, but I tend to think that would be a really bad idea over a kiln. Seems to me that that would burst into flames. I mean, maybe that's what you want. Maybe you have a fire pottery studio. Maybe it helps your clay dry extra fast. Or maybe it's a terrible oversight and a health hazard, and your customers will be sad and on fire. KSP Cosmonaut is asking, have there been streams for workshops for other crafters? You know, I'm not sure. Maybe... I can't remember if the carpenter's house was modeled on stream. I know there was something to do with it on stream. And I definitely didn't model Blacksmith House on stream. Because it was like pulling teeth. It was a terrible time. No one should have to watch that. But this has gotten a lot more smooth since then. So like cute windows. And we can just have this like totally open air. Just have a couple of cross beams. But it'll definitely have to be slab tool magic. Still seems to me like wood going over would probably catch on fire. It'll be okay, it's fine. It's fine. Maestro Chewy is asking, so how do the devs feel about people streaming the game throughout its development alpha stages? Pretty awesome, actually. It's really, really cool to see people like playing the game and having fun with the game, and it also helps us like identify ways that we can make it an even better experience. It's also just really fun to actually like see the thing that you're working on like being used and enjoyed and experienced, and it just it's great, actually. Alright, so I want this little area here. Little up porch. But then how would they get down here? Probably need like stairs, but stairs take up space. If we put stairs off to the side, that starts to copy off of the blacksmith house, so we want to keep it original. I'm gonna try not to like go silent focus on you guys while I do this, since that would not be much fun. I don't know if we want to do that 3 wide or 4 wide. Maybe this part goes in a little bit. Or maybe, oh, that would be cute. Okay, what if it's like a small, tiny porch that goes into the door, and then it has like 2 steps like this. That could be very cute. I still think that we would want easy access from the building into here. If we could do that without crowding it. But it might also look cooler to have it like this. We could also move this out of the way if that's blocking things off. And put the table more against the house. We're gonna need to make a table. But that's okay, we could definitely use more stuff along those lines. Most of this stuff should be achievable with what we've already got, though. So it's possible that we could also just use 2 of the small tables that we already have to create this. Ideally, anyway. Tamor says having a raised house that has a foundation with a staircase stoop leading up to a door might be interesting. Yep, that's the idea over here, though I'm pretty sure it's not reading incredibly well just yet. Though now that table is reading like an extension of the porch, which gives me this idea. And this could be a lot cuter. So what we want to try and do with these, to the best of our abilities anyway, is create kind of fun and interesting shapes with the houses. And one of the cool things about keeping things super scribbly like this is occasionally you'll see suggested in your drawing something that you didn't intend, which is why I like to start here instead of just in the building designer. You do run into a little bit of pain when you try to translate this into something actually stone hearth buildable, but it still starts you off on something where you're not strictly thinking about like squares that you drew into the ground. Latticed windows here. We'll have that be just this corner of the house. Window, window, and then the door would be somewhere in here. Now we did just ditch our table in favor of a porch. We could also extend this out and have it be like a secondary area, but it feels a little much. We don't want that sticking out either. Maybe like that. Or maybe just a small shed room, an underground cellar to store the clay materials. Oh yeah, that would be so cool. It would be really hard to do that within the... Maybe. I mean, if this was tall enough, it's possible that we'd have to get rid of this. That way the door wouldn't start to cut into that. But technically, if this was tall enough, we could use it like something like that. But then that stairway's in the way, so it wouldn't be very intuitive. I wish we could build like an underground cellar into the template. That would be so cool. Because that would be a great way to keep the clay like from drying out in the desert air. Of course you'd keep it underground. I feel like this space is going to get crowded with the stairwell inside of it, because we want it to be a crafting space. We could always do the tunnel through the bottom approach, internal stairwell, but it's not as pretty. I want a porch. I think I want a porch. I like the idea of keeping the shape kind of simple, because this is just a tier 1 house. So if it's too shiny, it'll look a little strange. This doesn't have to be a very tall porch. Little lamp. Put a little lamp right here. That'll be our door. Be cool if this was like a little alcove. But then I worry about what would be holding that side up. Rockraid says you can do cellars with templates, but you need to cut the templates in two. One for the cellar area and one for the upper part. That way what you would do, I guess, is you would mine it out and then put that, you know, that makes sense. But I guess making it intuitive that that's part of the process would be the puzzle for me. Make another beam here. Yeah, but that's going to start feeling rather ascendancy instead of like... I mean, we could just completely close it off like this. Just have a little window. That feels a little strange. I'll have to remember that for later. That should be okay. And Tamor says, now that was what I was somewhat originally thinking, having the stoop leading off to the side. I like it. You know, it keeps the space over here open. Maybe we could leave this part a little bit empty. Because conceivably, if this is tall enough, you could use it to house things. I'll think about it. Because now we can have our tables back and things like that. Oh yeah, the pottery wheel. Pottery wheel can live inside, actually. That doesn't have to live outside. Oh, good morning, Mally. Ah. All right. Door is realistically probably going to be more like this size. So this isn't going to be a very big house. Because again, we want it to fit in with our tier 1 houses. So, kind of a cute, artsy little hut. You know, space for work, space for living. And then space for like all this stuff out here. You like rugs and stuff for setting out pottery and what all. Oh, that's a neat suggestion. So Tamor is mentioning something about a railing. Like just putting like one block up from the stairs. And that I think would actually be really pretty. That's a good suggestion. We will see if we can incorporate that. I don't know if I like it looking stacked, but I do like it like encased in a little bit. Man, I wish we had... But that would get complicated because we can't install that into slab tool, and this is definitely going to be a raised slab foundation. Alright, we want this to be tall enough for that. We're gonna build in pretend clay down here. Bricks is what I meant to say. Yes, exactly. So in here can live like wet clay and the pottery wheel and things like that. Alright. Very cool. I think for starters, this is not a bad place to be. Let me just get a quick... Oh, my spacing's all weird. Something's amiss! Pen pressure, opacity, jitter, spacing is just gone all to heck. No, that's too close. There we go. Just knock this out really fast. Okay. Let's just go ahead and block that in for now. I'm not sure how color correct this monitor is. I'm guessing not very. So hopefully this doesn't look like terrifying neon colors on your guys' screen. Also, we don't necessarily have to have everything in red now. But I think we're going to stick with it for the Potter, because the Potter's uniform is red. Keeping everything thematic and what have you. But then again, the kiln is this pretty green color. So maybe it might be kind of cool to do the green windows. Because everything has the red windows. Ugh, I'm conflicted. What do you guys think? Should we match the Potter, or should we match the materials? Or the... Yeah, I actually really like it with green. I feel like we have... Everything we have so far has the red scheme, and this might also... This could also potentially help set apart the crafting houses, the workshops and whatnot from just the regular living quarters, so it would be a little bit different. Also, the green windows do currently have a little touch of red on the inside, so it's not like it wouldn't completely be there. And I think we have all of the colors of the clay to work with for our oh yeah, and it's gonna have like little fiery bits underneath of our kiln guy here. Nice little sketch. Need to fix that in just a bit. Yeah. Alright. Cool. And then we need actually some, like, I think what we could definitely use, and this is something that I want to build anyway, would be more, what is up with my, oh, I think this is just set a little strange. Pin pressure, yeah, that's right. Spacing might still be a little bit funny. This is one of those things where you really get used to the tools that you have set the way you have them, and then you go work in another space and everything is just super crazy. You don't even know what to do with it. So we need to get some, like, extra pottery decorations that we can actually, like, put around the potter's house. Probably not as part of the template, but just as a suggested way to decorate. Right now they're sort of blending in. So I want to find a little bit of a terracotta color, maybe. That's a little better. No, it isn't. Dang it. It's just a sketch. Doesn't have to be anything too detailed. Yeah, as Tamora is saying, we would use the red for actual homes and then use the green to start to say, hey, this is where a crafting class lives. Can we call the potter Harry? Yes. Yes, I did not miss your pun. Rest assured. I'm currently choking on it. Little highlights. Cool. Alright, I feel pretty good about this. Which can only mean one thing. We have to try and build it. Alright, ta-da, here we go. Okay, so the main thing that we need to know is how much space this guy is going to take up, because that's going to determine the size of the porch. And then with the size of the walls and everything, we can start figuring this out as well. We may need more than 3 windows, we may need fewer. They may be spaced further apart. So, this guy takes up, you know, it's kind of hard to tell here. It looks huge, doesn't it? My goodness. Let's place one. Command prompt is gone because I restarted my computer. Alright. We'll get it back. There we go. Do-do-do. Do we got it? You know, it took me till pretty recently to notice that there were scared bunnies on top of the Geomancer thing. Also, when I see this squirrel from overhead, I look at it and I think, ooh, what is that? Oh, I love the wind chime. It's so cool. Alright, kiln? Yes! Bop. Alright, kiln, how big are you? Really? Is this how you're gonna be? What do I have to do to get a grid? Goofy. There, Allie. It's not like you have to build it in real life. I know, I know. The main thing we need, well, honestly, is the dimensions of this guy. And normally I would just click on this and click on here and I would get my grids, but everything is different now. And I don't know why. Building editor, save me! Yes! Alright, looks like we have a solid 5x5. 5x5, I think so. Vogon Jeltz is asking, what is happening in the stream? We are building a workshop for the Potter class in our desert biome. So, the kiln is 5x5. And now we know. Alright, that is so huge. Man, that thing is chunky. Pottery wheel. Wheel? Spinning wheel. Wait a minute. Oh, it's just called the workbench. I see. The workbench is just 2x2. That's nice and easy. I believe windows are also 2x2. That's okay. This guy should be... What is that? Oh, I always forget what the doors. Green clay door. It's like, what, 3x4? And I know this is 6. Oh, I just tried to use... Yes, it is. It's huge. But it's impressive, you know? So this is definitely going to be bigger than I'm anticipating from our cute little sketch here. Well, let's just give it a whirl and see what happens. Did I save? Oh, we did save the lovely town of Prickly Parrot. We don't have to start from scratch. I do still have some coffee. Oh, don't worry about it, Tamor. I figured it was somewhere in the neighborhood, but I wanted to check and be super sure just in case. Alright, we don't want anybody starving. So, this is going to be where we build. This is the lovely township of Prickly Parrot, where we have been working on our decorations and our Tier 2 Desert Lodge, which I don't think I have the most recent version of, but they do build it. I'm so excited. Like, I put stairs in it, and I switched out all the windows, and I got it all pretty, and they built it on the first try. I shed a tear. I was so proud of them. Look at them, they're so good. They're like, we can totally build that. Just give us a chance. And we are going to give them a chance, after we do a little bit of math. Yeah, everything is... Bartholome? 009? Was that a bunny person loading screen? Yes, it was. Alright. So, Photoshop does have a grid. We're gonna use it. So, the one problem with certain aspects of building, I find anyway, in Photoshop, listen to me, in Stonehearth, is that some things you have to go back many steps if you want to move it or redo it. Like, you'll get super far, you'll realize that you don't have enough space to accommodate all the windows you wanted, or your measurements for something were just a little bit off, and you have to backtrack almost all the way to the beginning to fix it. Just because of the way it works right now. So what we're gonna try to do to deter some of that pain is math it out ahead. Oh, that's annoying. I can't see what we're doing. This will not stand. Anyway, we'll figure it out. So each of these guys is 4x4. Each of these little squares. We're going to turn on snap to make it a little bit easier. So as you can see, when I move my mouse around, Photoshop tries really hard to make sure I follow these guides, which is a great tool for when you're planning buildings. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and block off a 5x5. Oop, that's not a 5x5, that's a 5x4. So this guy here indicates the space where our kiln has to live. If we look at our drawing here, and if I push Control H, the grid goes away. So we were thinking that the back of the kiln is gonna be towards the back of this airy space. The patio, the porch. I don't want to group my layer. Photoshop, chill. Oh, you know what? I think I went and put that onto something that I can't easily manipulate. So let me go ahead and move that. Should be better. Spofio says the Rabbit Clan will mainly focus on farming carrots and building stone statues. Well, among other things, I can imagine that they would have something to do with those things. Alright. So, I'm gonna assume that we can butt this thing up next to a house, which may come back to haunt us. Now, a measurement that we have to go off of... Oh, you know what? I forgot what the rule is for these roofs up here. Is it that it has to be even or odd? Let's find out. So the roof has a funny little math rule for getting it to come out pretty and symmetrical like that, so that you don't have like two spaces of something off to the side. So we need to backtrack over into here and make us a little dummy building. Yes, yes, we're going to build a cute house. We're going to build a test. Let's start and let's do evens, because chances are it's even. Smack a little thing on it. Oh, it looks like it's odds. So you can hopefully see what I'm talking about, where you have two chunks of clay before the first board sticks out, because this is an even number. So I guess it needs to be odds. Yep. Alright, so that's another guideline that we can go by. That the walls, in order to get this roof to look pretty, need to be odd. Finished editing. Remove. Get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna write that down because I will forget. Odd. That makes my handwriting look fantastic. That's not so bad, actually, because this is also odd numbers. 2, 4, 6. So 6 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. So I think our wall here needs to be 10. So this is 8 plus 2. Alright. So what I just did was I added up the space for 3, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. 10. Alright, so we need one more. Oh, mercy, that's gonna get hairy. We'll figure it out. Anyway, we might not have to worry about that too much. So what I just did was I added up the space to have the windows in here have like one bit of clay between them all, and then made it an odd number. So this is gonna look crazy and it will need to be reconciled to look at it about how big that wall would be next to the kiln, and more importantly, how much space would be left in the workspace next to the kiln. And this feels pretty tiny. So let's shoot for more like this. Or maybe that'll be kind of long. Five, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, because these are even numbers, we're going to have an interesting time with that. They're not going to want to behave. Poop! It's already getting complicated. We know that the door is 3 by 4. So if we wanted to put a lamp by it, and I think the lamp takes up a space of 2. Looks like it should. So you've got the column. Oh, that's right, the column needs to be taken into consideration. But that's fine here. So just gonna dummy this out really quick. Yeah, it's gonna be... Actually, that'll probably be okay. Neat. We might have done that accidentally well. And they say artists don't need math. You know, artists absolutely need math, especially depending on the art that you do. All right, I'm not doing this with my tablet. Let's go ahead because I want to check out. Can I have it? I can't have it. I'm gonna have to make one. I just want to see. Oh, boop. Yeah, I've already worked it up, but that's okay. This doesn't count. That doesn't even count. We need a clay. We need a lamp. Lamp? Lantern? Clay wall lamp. That's what I'm thinking. We need to deposit one of those so it appears. Alright, it actually looks like it only takes up about 1 block. Let's go ahead and drop off a door so we can see that as well. Boop. That's not so bad. I mean, we don't want it to be too claustrophobic. Also, that's something that we also just found out. Apparently you can't butt a door all the way up to a column. But you can butt that all the way up to a door, or you can put that on a column. I would like it to appear just a little cozier. You could always do something like that, but I don't like that as much. That's not so bad. What if we changed... I don't think these guys... Yeah, these guys don't have contrasting columns, so maybe that's not for the best anyway. Pan out? It still just feels kind of wide. I want it to be a little cozier. So we're going to do that backtracking thing I was talking about. This is why we want to math things out ahead of time. Except I just totally lost count. Okay, so column, space, 1, 2, 3, space, column. We don't need to worry about how the roof lines up with that one, because we're going to be looking at the flat side. See, I like that because it's just kind of cozy and clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should also have space inside for the pottery wheel. Question is, does that look super... Yeah, that looks awkward. And it also looks awkward sitting on the door. Well, we might just go ahead and have it to air on the wider side. I don't like it hanging over the top. That feels silly. Okay. So we just found out that we want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Here's our column. Nope. I could hold down shift and make that an easier transition. Okay. So that doesn't account for the porch just yet, which only really needs to be 2 wide. So we'll say that it's 3 for now, and that's something that we can edit later. And the number of stairs is also going to matter more with how high this porch is. Tamor says, remember a slab foundation twice and a foundation tool on the top layer. That is a very good thing to call out. Thanks for reminding me. I found that out when I was working on the lodge, which has it's got a foundation on top of the slab, and I could not figure out why I couldn't place walls, and it's because there was no foundation. Alright, that's gonna feel kind of narrow. We'll have to find out. I do wish it was smaller. 2, 3. Maybe we can do it like that though, because that could be kind of pretty. Oh, with the lamp sticking out, you know what? We're definitely going to want those stairs to be a bit wider. Otherwise, it's going to be awfully hard for our hearthlings to look like they're maneuvering comfortably. Alright, and so this is going to be our railing. And door lives in here. Okay. window, 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 door. And then anywhere in this space we can negotiate our interior decor. So like if your pottery wheel wanted to live here, you could have like a little pile of clay here, etc. and so forth. Our enormous kiln is not butting up against the house. We should probably test and see if that's a thing it will do before we just assume. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now. Take our little cutie test house here. It's perfect! Congratulations, we're done already. Oh my gosh, good job everybody. I knew we could do it. Alrighty. Boop. Alright, little dudes. I would like you to deploy this. It does look like we can get them to drop it off right next to the house. Come on. You can do it. She's gonna do it. Oh, she did it. Good job, friend. Excellent. So proud of you. Alright. Mystery solved. This can live against the house. Come on. Sometimes Snap can be a little sassy about what it will and won't do. Also, for some reason, my color got reselected. Woo! I agree. I really, really like the green clay door. This is super cool because we've been working on all of the assets for like making new windows and things that matched the green and blue clay doors. Now we have more options for using those, so I'm really excited to actually get to put some of that to use on the stream with you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ah, mercy, this is an even number again. I knew it was too easy. How did that happen? I thought we worked that out. It's totally not going to behave for us like that. This has to be an odd number. Yeah. It's because this is 5 and this is 3. Wait, no, this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 3. Yep, so unfortunately, we need to figure out something about these windows. Because in order to get these slats to look good, it has to come out to here. I knew it was too easy. This was going way too well. Well, we're not giving up. As long as we have... It's gonna be weird because Snap is on. I know. As long as we have equal space on each side of the windows, it's not going to look too terribly strange. And that's the main thing. So if this needs to be an odd number, if we make it bigger, well, the house is going to start getting long, so we might have to suck it up and make it smaller. We'll worry about that in a second. Alright, so already, if we put the windows in, it's going to be off. We do this with the windows, it's still going to be off. Because it's an odd versus an even. We might have to go just down to 2. If we go down to 2 windows, we can have an even space around it. It may not be as cute, but we'll have the even top. I guess we could also put windows into there, but that might not look so good. So we'll worry about it like that. If we were to max it out to here, maybe that would open up a few more options, but again, the building starts getting long. Yeah, no, it would have to go out even further. in order for that to work. It also may not matter that much that it's a little screwy looking. Nori, yes, we are designing a house for the Potter. And yeah, Tamor, if we had a 3x1 window, that would work in this case beautifully, in fact. And we do, but it's not finished. So for now, let's just work like this. Besides, this wouldn't be terrible. Might look a little quirky. Let's see how much of our floor plan we're gonna lose here. A little bit. It gets a little cozier, but cozy hearthling houses are actually, in my opinion, much cuter. Let's just double check our map. That's an odd number. Cool. Alright, crisis averted. I'm gonna color code our windows so I don't forget them. Needs to be a cooler green. And we'll go ahead and color code the door as well. We gotta kill Snap for a second because it's not letting us do anything. So picky. Bonk. Color code our lamp. Lamp is still cutting in quite a bit to our situation there, but that'll be okay. I feel like this is a nice little space. Oh, welcome back, Wise. Okay. And this is cool too, because now we'll be able to, is Snap back on? Yeah. Let's go ahead and open another layer for this, because I don't want to ruin it. Because now, so, the slats in the roof, oh, this is where our Snap is actually going to start getting sassy again, so let's kill it. The slats in the roof start after the columns, and we'll be able to continue those in the awning. Let me see here. Yeah. Oh, sticky keys just scared the bejeebies out of me. Ooh. I'm okay. My life flashed before my eyes. Whew. Don't do that. Good heavens. Crazy. Alright, so this is actually working out pretty okay. I guess we need to determine the height of our foundation. Though it looks like this would just be 3 tall if we wanted this many steps. So be 1, 2, and then the top. Would that be tall enough for this? Probably. Yeah, Rock Raid, that was Windows telling me things. Ugh. Ugh. I can't remember anything anymore. Stupid sticky keys. Ruining my life. Okay. This should be pretty good to go. Oh, right. We wanted to make sure that our foundation... The target layer is not hidden. Oh, it is hidden. I am a fool. I'm sorry, Photoshop. Forgive me. We're gonna have the foundation layer, like, sticking out, cutely implying some kind of scrabbly brick situation. Now, hopefully, we've done all this right, and it'll all work out great, and nothing bad is gonna happen, and everything is just gonna be peachy. Right? Because we've worked it out. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Probably. Probably it's going to. Alright, let's do it. Okay. This looks pretty good. Let's do a quick reference of our measurements, that way I don't have to sit here and count every single time. Let's see, 4, 8, 11. And then from here to here, it's 4, 8, 9. Right? Wait, no it isn't. Look at that, I've already screwed up. It's just 8. Okay. I'm gonna not draw more than I need to, so let's just double check that just in case I've messed it up royally. 4, 8, 11. 4, 7, 8. Okay. And then the foundation needs to continue 4 more. This doesn't change at all. Stairs need to go in by 2, but that's pretty straightforward. And then our little patio section here, because we will need to lay foundation for this in order to get it to save to the template. This whole situation looks like it needs to be 6, 5, 6. With little bits out, but those don't really count too much. 6 by 11 it looks like. 4, 8, 11. Cool. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen. Oh, right, that's right. We've already finished the Potter's house. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's incredible. It's getting blown up. Yay! Alright. For now, let's undeploy. Someone? Would someone please undeploy? Oh my gosh. They've already... Oh well. This is just how it is then. Fine, be that way, you guys. Really? Really? You're letting me down. Maybe we need a stockpile. Maybe that's what they're mad about. Put everything... here. Yes! That is exactly what they were mad about. Goofballs. You have one job. Yep, that's exactly what they need. So I have a prickly parrot save on my machine. That's at a different place, and they've already got stockpiles and everything. So this once again something that I completely take for granted. All right, so let's go ahead and get cracking. We're gonna need, first of all. Now, how do we do this? Because this is going to be foundation next to slab tool with foundation on top. Let's find out. So, and then there's also the matter of the color of the walls, which I'm not sure which of these matches. I'm assuming it's winter hazel, but let me go ahead and, hang on a minute. None of those are the slab houses. That would have been the other thing to set up. My apologies. You know what? We actually have a template house that, we have a template house that does have a raised base that matches the walls exactly. It's got this weird little, like, bottom piece here that doesn't. That bothers me, I've decided. Probably not enough to do something about it. We could... No, we can't, because that's not made of slab. Let's give this a try really quick. Another little test house. No, wrong. Bad. Bad color. This one. Needs foundation. No, in this color. Thank you. Put a little house on it. Alright, so... we can go with a dark base. Really? Fine, be that way. Too bright. No, that matches it, I want to say. Oh, it does. Okay. Alright, let's insta-build that. Pavlova, yes, exactly. Yeah, Tamora, I think you're right about that. Tamora's saying it'll just be a split foundation, one for the lower and one for the building, on obvious separate heights. Sometimes it will try to attach them together, but we'll see if we can't get it to get it to behave ourselves. So what I'm doing right now is just a quick palette test. Just, oh no, I've messed up already. Again! Alright. To see if we want a dark foundation or a bright foundation. We can also use this as an opportunity. Okay, it still recognizes this is all part of building number 7, but we'll see what happens later. When we attempt to save it. So the question that I've got is, do we like it with the brighter base or the darker base? Oh, and yeah, Tamor, you are absolutely right about that. We're gonna need 3 and then slab tool on top. So anyway, the question is, do we like this wall with the darker foundation or the brighter foundation? Ildred has sent out a vote for the darker foundation. Moobot doesn't have an opinion about this and just really wants us to know that Stonehearth is available on Steam Early Access. Alright, I think we like the darker one. Oh, hey Turtle Squish, how's it going? Neat, we're gonna do it then. Darker foundation away. Let's get rid of these. I'm very confused all the time. Remove. Remove. So satisfying. Oh, look, here they come. They're like, ew, it's messy. Go on, everybody. We're just gonna casually build a building in your little desert land. Alright, so let's deploy a pottery wheel. Words are failing me all the time today. Let's go ahead and deploy a pottery wheel. Square. And get cracking. I guess we should save just in case the unthinkable happens. Oh, let's not overwrite anything important. That is not Prickly Parrot. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna get cracking with a foundation that is... oh, right, because we need to include this over here. So it needs to be 8 by 15, just for starters. In Pavlova, the lovely shade of tan. 8 by 14, remember that. I'm about to forget 8 times. 8 by... Wait, I'm mathing that wrong. It's 8 by 15. It's 8 by 15. And I've laid foundation instead of what I meant to do. Am I stuck in a cactus? No. Sometimes the camera will get 8 by 15. 8 by 15. 8 by 15. 3 up. Right. Yes. C. We're gonna go ahead and cut out our steps really quick. The old-fashioned way. Maybe we'll mess with this to be a little prettier, but we'll see. Now we need to put the foundation in this top part. So if we did this right, that should only be 11 by 8. Can we put a house on it? We can! We did it right. Maybe we could, like, make this lighter and prettier. I don't know. Part of me is wanting for contrast somewhere in here. Do the stairs separate. I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. Right, we are going to want the foundation for the workspace area, which is an additional 6 by 11, at the very least. And this should be easy to change the color of if we so choose. I like working with the foundation tool because it's super easy to just... Oh, I say, as it proceeds to not let me do it, it's super easy to just go in and like... Oh, it's not gonna let me. Really? You really gonna do this with me right now? Super easy to just go in, there we go, and like draw in with like colors of brick and things to make it kind of fun. Because again, we wanted to imply a little bit that this was like made of brick. Well, making the wall around the stairs maybe lighter might help. Yes, I agree. Like mimicking this a little bit with the and I think this is the lighter one. Bop, bop, bop. Really? Slab tool. Why did you do that? Cool. Maybe up one more. This is where we get into the weeds with the designing. We're like, I like this color, and then you undo everything 1,000 times, and 6 years later, we're done with the house. We'll let that stand for now. That's also something that we can easily edit in later because this is all slabs, so we could conceivably just finish the house like this and come back to it later and decide what looks better for this section. Oh, we forgot to deploy the windows and stuff we're gonna need. Right, we need to change this around to do like that. Looks pretty good. Let's deploy our door. Boop. Oh, I forgot to put them on pause. I don't want them to starve, and I haven't put any food out for them. Green latticed window. We'll just make a couple of these just in case. We'll make some of the normal ones too, because sometimes the normal ones can be very pretty. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, they are on pause, because no one's come yet. Either that or we're building really far away. No, they're frozen in time. So sad. And we need a lamp. The cursed stream to 2014. Oh, hey Relis, welcome to the stream. What am I doing? Lamp. Clay wall lamp, please. There we go. Boop. Just drop that off for a second. It will actually let us deploy this as part of the template. Oh, interesting. That's actually accommodating for the space. How cute. Oh, I wonder if these are gonna match a little bit. That would be kind of nice. I would like that. It would make me happy in my heart. Now here's an interesting question. What color are these guys? Are they cocoa brown? They look like they're cocoa brown. Or maybe they're clinker? Clinker? I think they're cocoa brown. So we're gonna try that. Remember Rose. Alrighty. So we would like the awning to stop below the windows. Oh, we should probably put the windows in, that way I don't mess up. And we cut it down to just 2. Oh, it's not going to let us go all the way up to the roof. That's interesting. Not even for these guys? Oh. No, no. Too sad. I wonder if I can cheat it. No, it's not gonna let me. Interesting, interesting, interesting. That's just a shame. So they can only occupy these spaces in here. Well, we can still make that work. I would really like them to go like right up under the roof though, but it won't let me. Still wish we could have the windows next to each other, but it's not going to behave because we wanted a pretty roof instead. That's okay. We'll figure it out. This may not be the final iteration of the Potter's house. Alright, so minor miscalculation in how high the roof is allowed to be. Or the windows are allowed to be in terms of the roof. Maybe we can adjust that later, because that would be so cool if they could sit right under it. Oops, I've gone and done the bad. It can be hard to tell. Slab tool everywhere! Could you fake the roof with the slab? Well, yes, actually we could, but the roof has been placed, and getting rid of the roof is impossible. So the awning we can fake with the slab. We could conceivably build the entire roof with slab. Yeah, the windows are asymmetrical. I was hoping that maybe it would look okay. Because in order to get the pretty roof to line up, that has to be odd. But then our windows, we can't have the triplets, which would look so nice and pretty. Or what if we'd have to start again in order to make that happen? But we could have that be a space before the roof started, and then just bump the awning back, and maybe that wouldn't look so bad. Turtle's mind will melt if not corrected. The new roof should go away with the eraser. Yeah, it's not going away. Ah! I'm erasing it as hard as I can. It's not listening to me, though. No! Yeah, if we had 3 wide and 2 windows, that would be good. And if we have 2 windows, it's fine. It's totally something we can do if we just have 2 windows. I just liked the look of it with 3. I thought it was pretty. So I might try one of these with the roof bumped over, with 3 windows side by side by side. Maybe not all on the same stream. We might have to try and fake that roof with slab tool because I want the windows right under it. I do not know if the Hearthlings are going to be okay with that. But by golly, we can give it a try. Because this just feels really tight in here now. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this guy. We'll call it Potter's Workshop 1. Just in case. And let's go ahead and build it for reference. But we're going to remove this one and build it over to the side. Custom Potter's Workshop 1. Let's just build this off to the side somewhere where we can have a look at it while we're working. Insta build. Alright. I'm going to try to fake the roof. Click off and on again and the roof should work. Well, that one's built, so I'm not sure what you're saying. Let's see. Because boy, would that be handy. No, it's not having it. Sorry. That's okay though. The good news is we've got this planned out, so it wasn't really all that bad. I think we'll be okay. So if we wanted to bump this over, now that might just look super hairy and weird, but let's give it a shot anyway. We want this to be, what was that? 8 by 15. Two, 3. Now I don't know if I'm gonna like the look of this, so I wanted to try something with our roof and windows problem. Because in order to have the 3 symmetrical, we need 1 extra piece. But I don't know if we have any say over how the roof is gonna do this. Just carve out our stairs really fast. Oops. Gone and messed it up already. Wait. No! Ugh, everything is terrible. There. Alright, just before we get too carried away with this, let's have a look. I don't know if it's... Oh, it will! So that would be a space there. Now if we did our windows... Oh wait, that's right. We wanted to fake the roof. So we could technically have it like that now. Oh, see ya, Turtle Squish. Thanks for popping in. Okay. So, we're gonna try... First of all, I want to see something really quick. We're gonna try and build the roof out of slab tool. Yeah, it's gonna be all hairy. But the question is... No, I think it'll be okay. I mean, it's a little awkward. Yeah, it wouldn't let me raise it up either. Let's see. See if it lets me do it this time. Oh, it did. Amazing. Are you feeling better now? Yeah, but I still can't get the windows right under it. Which is ultimately what I want. Because now the building is going to be like really, really tall, and I really like the proportions of this one. Okay, so the question I have is, do we mind... Uh-oh, that's no good. There we go. Do we mind having a little extra clay space right here so we can have 3 windows, or do we want everything to be nice and even with just the 2 windows? What do you guys think? Because this isn't too distracting, but this is also really clean. So 3 with the space or 2 with no space. Yeah, the roof is going to be off if we do it this way. This was on purpose. We're just testing the look of this. Looks better with the 3, looks better with 2. Squared off like the furnace, so it looks better with the look of it. We could rotate the roof, but I like having the slats out this way. Oh, it's also off, so that's no good. Same problem. Looks better with the 3. Need to make a call. I really do like it with the 3. Let's go with the 2, though. Let's go with the 2 this time. Okay. So, do a little quick surgery and get back on track. Because we gotta build that roof if we want it to butt up on the windows. Otherwise, this is gonna be super short. So the object of the game is to get those windows as high as possible. Witchcraft and the like. Alright, I probably just messed that up really bad. Oh, I didn't! Amazing! Ah, cool. Okay. So the windows... No, the windows still can't go higher. Poop. Unless I do that, there's no way to extend... Really? Ah, mercy. Everything is just funky. You're gonna make plenty of buildings in the future, right? Better save some ideas for them. Yeah, that's the way of it. What do you do, huh? What do you do? I mean, that's not the worst. Is it gonna let me go back and edit these at all? Oh! Oh, look at that! That's probably not how that was supposed to happen. You should break the game like Tom did to make... Well, that's probably where we're heading with this, actually, yes. But I think I just made it do something it wasn't supposed to do because now the windows are doing what I wanted them to do. So, we're gonna pretend like that's totally awesome. And carry on. Oh yeah, I forgot. We had our little steppy guy here. Our railing. Cheating for the win. It's not cheating. It's a happy accident. Oh no. We'll see if the Hearthlings think so, because they do have the final say. That's kind of the thing. If they can't build it, we can't have it. But I have faith in them. They've been doing really good lately. No! Oh, I ruined everything! Oh, it doesn't know. We can do it again? It's a little bit roundabout. I was just being a fool and testing something out. Oh, I wish we could have the 3 windows all cute together, but it won't be symmetrical and it'll be a sad time. Anyway, what I was trying to test out is the look of the 2 windows together versus the 2 windows apart. And whether we liked them better. What do you guys think? Do we like the windows closer together or further apart? Let me put them back the way they were. So doing that instead. So windows close together or windows far apart? Zebra says farther apart. It's really... It could possibly get a little too busy once we have the slats for the awning in. So yeah, let's go with farther apart for now. Alright, oh yeah, we need to relay the foundation at the base. So that was, what was that? What were this? 6 by 11? 6 by 11. We're gonna just do a little bit of fun here. Make it kind of colorful and neat. Want to deploy a furnace. Oh, I'm sorry, a kiln. It's not a furnace. The blacksmith has a furnace after all. I think further apart, plus if we got a 3 by 1 window, it would fit perfectly in there. You know what? That's... Could we fit 4 windows in there? Oh, right, I have to mess with the roof again. Dang it. I mean, if we could get 4 windows, that wouldn't be... No, we can't get 4 windows. I mean, we could, but it would have the space in the middle. What do you guys think about that? That's kind of cute. That's really kind of cute. I might like that a lot. I'll see what you guys think while I continue to build the awning. Ah! Blocks everywhere. That's a really good suggestion. Thank you, Crazy Candy. I didn't even think about that. It's so cute! Look at that! It's so cute. I'm excited about cute buildings. Doot 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 doo. Oh, that's probably gonna be off. No, it's not gonna be off. It's totally gonna be off. It's totally not gonna be off. I knew it. Alright. Alright. So, here's another question. Do we want to make the awning look like this roof or just made out of wood? That's a good point that Rock Raid raises about wooden parts in the desert and not having enough wood. It would also possibly match better if it had the clay bit on the top, so let's go ahead and give that a try. There's unfortunately no fast way to change the slab tool color, so bear with me, guys. Oop, right, we want the brighter one. Though it might start getting, it might start creeping on the kiln again. And I'm not redoing her again. Because this will need to be 2. There we go. No, be good. Thank you. Because we want to keep the depths of everything nice and consistent. Every log counts. It's like a whole cactus. I am very used to working with the Ascendancy in terms of resources, so it's good to have you guys here kind of shouting out about what's convenient versus what would be a lot harder. Totally built with the roof. Totally, completely 100% how this works. You know, the last time I built a slab tool awning, it was just the worst trying to get them to do it. Let's see how they feel about it, though. Maybe they'll be good. You know, I just noticed that the beams don't line up. I'm gonna pretend that that's okay, though. Because it does look better if there's a little space. Oops. Come on, camera. Behave. Uh-oh. Every time you point out an asymmetry, part of me dies. No! Stay with us. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna make it. Bruno Supremo is asking, is there a way to cheat the roof tool to place a roof there? The roof tool does not do its thing without walls. And even then, if there's not a foundation, it gets even iffier sometimes. So, sadly, that might be what we're stuck with for now, unless you guys know something that I really don't, which is highly possible. So if you know a way to make that happen, call it out. Would be awesome. Alright. So, that's not so bad. Oh hey, we didn't put our... Beams doing that make it look like it bends to support what they're holding. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. It never really bothered me before, you know? And I guess it doesn't bother me still. This is cool too, because if and when we have like a little... Oh, do we have a Potter's sign? We do! Who makes it, I wonder? Oh, we should totally put that up. It could go in here. It could go anywhere. I don't know, it's going somewhere. We could put like a little block right here and stick the sign out of it. Wait a minute. Boop. Does that feel totally silly? We could also do something like that, which is kind of cute. Oh yeah, we know that the beams are off by a block. That's actually consistent with the way our roofs look, so I figured it would match more. Should we... It would be really cool to... no, we have been online. Oh man. Alright, you know what? We'll worry... Come back, please. We'll worry about the sign later, unless you guys like it a ton. Oh, that's placed in the world. I made that mistake once and regretted it hugely. I ruined one of the blacksmith houses that way. I had an object placed in the world and I thought it was placed in the house, and I undid everything to oblivion and my soul died. It's not a bug, it's a feature. You know, I don't know if it looks better that way, but I will say as long as it looks that way, we should definitely strive to keep it consistent for now. Plus, I don't know, I think it's cute, so if it works, it works. Oh, we could do the thing, but it might get busy. It might get busy, we'll see. What if? What if? Sign. That's totally too busy. I like putting signs over the door, but it doesn't look very good. Should we put the sign up? Oh yeah, we need to... I keep saying that we need to do this, and I keep forgetting that we need to do this. Let's pop this into here. And put our little pottery wheels somewhere in here. And those are things that can also be deployed on their own and moved around. Oh, see you later, Spuffio. Thanks for tuning in. And see you next time. Alright. Liked the sign below the roof. So, like the sign in the awning over here? That's not terrible. Oh, I wish it was green. Oh, I don't know. It kind of calls out the... That's a good point. Tamor says they wouldn't be able to make it unless they had a carpenter. Let's leave it off for now. I wish it like hung from the top, but I know that's a strange thing to ask for. I was able to fake that with the blacksmith house because the awning on top of the stairs was so close together. Get the clay lanterns into the forest biome. I really love the way the light in the clay lanterns looks with the orangey glow. Okay, so let's save this. No, let's save. We're gonna call this Potter's House 2. Pooters, there we go. Potters. I believe in punctuation today, so let's go for it. Okay, so we've definitely run late again today. We're gonna finish off the stream by seeing if our friends over there will build this guy. So let's go ahead and check out what we need. We need more clay bricks. It doesn't take that much wood, see? Just takes like a whole 2. Ceramic-based signs. Yeah, exactly, Mally. That's a really good point. You are not being a silly goose. Yes, we're gonna build it. We're totally gonna build it. So let's get some more clay bricks. I'm rolling my stylus off to the floor in my excitement. We've come all this way. Ah! Are they gonna do the thing with the scaffolding? Let's go ahead and make a bunch of... make a bunch of wood just in case. I don't know if that got fixed. Alright. We should have everything we need. We should be good to go. We saved it. We made them lots of things. Let's make it happen. Super speed! Let's turn off the... We want to see him do it. Log lives... Someone think of the logs. Oh, look! They did the floor. Alright. So far, so good. I'm a little worried we're gonna trap scaffolding. Because sometimes when there's a bunch of slab tool next to the walls, they get stuck. But that's okay. We can always troubleshoot this later on. The point is, at the very least, we did design one of these, and it's pretty cute. Scaffolding will always need more wood. I've gotten so confused by that before, where it's just like, wait, why did they stop? And then I realized that it's because the scaffolding is costing them extra wood. You can do it, guys! Alright, so we've got the posts. Looks like our fake slab roof is underway. Not too shabby. You can do it! The pottery wheel was placed inside of the room. J-Shab? Ooh, I wonder if they can actually do those cross beams, now that I think about it. They should just learn how to fly. Is there any plans for a Steam workshop? That would be fantastic, says Craiggith. Not at the moment. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me that if they get hungry, they don't really have food, so I'm gonna go ahead and deposit some food. Corn? Do you like corn? An amazing corn basket. Sounds great. That just looks like corn. That's not what we want. That's an amazing corn. Service. Here we go. That's better. They know what to do with this. And that should keep them going for now. Oh, they did! They could totally handle the cross beams. They just build in odd ways, but it's quite entertaining to see what they do. Yes, it is. Steam workshop for food. A corn diet sounds horrible. I just grabbed it. Alright, it looks like they built everything. There's no door yet. I hope they remember to put a door in. That would be a silly thing to get stuck on. Did I ever deploy a door? I totally did. Now take down all the scaffolding, I beseech you. Oh no! These friends got really tired and took a nap. Oh, I'm sorry. I will deploy beds for you guys next time. I'm so sorry. Hey, it looks like they're going for it. Interesting. Why won't you put the door in? That will be a problem for another day if they decide not to. Maybe it's just not time yet. When are we going to get the new templates? I guess as soon as we can. Probably drop those in. Oh, okay, good. They're going to do it. I swear it's not the case. Oh, you take that ladder down. Don't you leave it there. Oh, how cute! They did it! Yay! Congratulations, guys. We have a potter's workshop. Did they put everything in? Wait. Oh, it looks like they didn't remember the pottery wheel, but that's a small oversight. Awesome! Oh, I'm so excited. Look what they made. That's so good. Good job, everybody. Thanks for all the awesome suggestions. I think this one's a winner. Woo! First try. Oh my gosh. Oh, Magnus DeRote, and before I sign out for today, this is a great note to sign out on. I'm so proud of them. Before we sign out for the day, Magnus DeRote has asked, is there maybe a tier 3 for Ascendancy plan? There's a tier 3 for everybody planned, but what I'm going to be focusing on very soon is just making sure that Raya's children have tier 2 workshops and structures and things like that to kind of go with what the Ascendancy already has. And as we move forward, everybody is going to get more epic template words they fail me. More epic templates for tier 3. So let me go ahead and pause them. Fantastic. Awesome job, everybody. And Zebra, I will totally stop by your stream. Just remember to leave a link. And yeah, great. Awesome. Super good job, everybody. And on that note, it's time to sign out until next Wednesday, where we'll work on something else. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night or afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks again for all the cool suggestions and for tuning in, and see you next week.